One of the biggest side effects, let's say, of the coronavirus economically is really been hitting supply chains. From one end, you've been waiting for a green screen for a while, and those supply chains is taking a while to get to you. But on the more extreme end is hospitals, which are having trouble sourcing COVID-19 supplies, whether it be ventilators or even down to masks and gowns for protection for their doctors. But as we know, one of the best use cases for the blockchain is the supply chains. And recently hospitals have come to realize that. What's the latest there?
Yeah, so I'm super bullish on tokenized securities, but I'm even more excited right now just about all the cool enterprise blockchain solutions that are out there because we're seeing real adoption and real scale. And this is a story of a need being filled in a very urgent situation, which is the ability to move masks and gowns and other protective gear from manufacturing in China, where there is now potentially a higher level of production than the local need in Asia, to be able to push that out to Europe and the US. And so supply chain solutions that can protect that are important, because there's been a lot of non-trustworthy actors and issues around payments and the shipping of that, the quality of the goods. So all those things come into place. Last week, IBM announced the Rapid Supplier Connect supply chain solution to work with this, to fix this. Works with a bunch of hospitals and healthcare providers and other government agencies to source this. The past couple of years working in and through Hong Kong and Singapore, I've been getting contacted constantly to help people connect needs in Europe and the US and elsewhere with trusted people in Asia to get these products moving. And what they're pointing at to be in this place is that there are tons of companies that are not historical manufacturers of this equipment, but that have changed what they're producing in order to meet this need. And that's what I'm seeing a ton of is a lot of this new volume of product is not actually the healthcare supply chain. It's other companies that are trustworthy, that are great manufacturers, but that are new to this space. So they're not in the historical databases with the FDA or things like that. Mm-hmm. The Worldwide Supply Chain Federation has onboarded over 200 American suppliers that are manufacturing these goods, and a lot of those are new. So this solution uses the Trust Your Supplier blockchain by Chainyard, which radically kind of reduces the onboarding time for new suppliers and brings in, it creates a permission system where now you can really trust the people on the other side. That blockchain solution has been used outside of COVID-19 by Vodafone, Anheuser-Busch, Cisco, a bunch of companies already. So partnering in with that, Rapid Supplier Connect creates a more transparent, trustworthy situation to really know where these goods are coming from, know who you're dealing with on the other side. Dun & Bradstreet is providing data about the suppliers, including risk scores. KYC company SiteScan is providing KYC information. So it's pretty cool to see what they've been able to do in this. And I think that should create a lot of more trust and transparency. The goods are there; they're out there to be sourced and moved from one place to another. Now we just need to be able to make sure that the amount of money that we're talking about, because these are big orders, gets into the right pockets and there's no fraud, and that the goods are correct. We're seeing a ton of just really cool stuff in these enterprise spaces. Dole Food, the world's largest producer of food and vegetables, just revealed the 5-year plan to take Food Trust, the IBM Food Trust solution that they joined in 2017, to all of their company by 2025. I think that's a pretty cool. We're just seeing really great stuff in the supply chain space come in here. Dole says, the blockchain cuts the average time needed for a food safety investigation from weeks down to seconds. This is the kind of stuff when people ask me, yeah, but that blockchain thing, it's kind of old, right? Kind of passé, nothing's really going on. It's insane what's happening in the enterprise space. Lots of amazing stuff going on with all the Fortune 500 creating efficient, trustworthy systems.
Mm-hmm. Now, I think, the main word you keep on saying there is trust, because, as we know right now, like you mentioned, a lot of manufacturers are getting into the game that that previously haven't worked in the medical space. And even on the other side, there's been a lot of fraud. The FBI has already been prosecuting, people who've been promising the government in the hundreds of millions of dollars worth of deals for these medical masks and gowns, and turns out to be total fraud. So this is a unique opportunity for the blockchain to really shine. And as you mentioned, it is shining, especially using that for both food and medical supply.